Hello guys, welcome to the fourth part of this tutorial. In this episode we are going to make our arrow move. It is a little bit more advanced in this episode because moving the body of the arrow is a little bit harder, but I'm just going to make it and then try to teach it to you. And it is still in the beginner section because everything that we are going to show you is more advanced in other seasons that we have. For example, we have lower intermediate, upper intermediate, and advanced season, and we are going to constantly in every season check what we did wrong in the last season and fix it to make our project in quality of a production level game. So let's make our arrowhead move. I'm just going to add new script to our arrowhead and call it head mover. Create an add in the script folder, and then I'm just going to open it and open Visual Studio. Okay, first I need to add some float to my game object. I'm just going to use serialized field, private float, and call it start speed. And I'm just going to make other floats that I need, and I'm calling them another one, calling it max speed, and another one acceleration. I think I just spelled that correctly, or if I'm right, you can tell me. And here, current speed. And for current speed, I just don't want to use serialized field. And last but not least, private rule is moving. Okay. First, what is serialized field? If you see, I am just going to use some private property or private, I don't know, private float that we have here. And if I want to get those variables, okay, variables. If I want to get those variables from other scripts, I cannot use them. But if I just use them like a private one, the problem is I cannot, for example, this current speed, I cannot see them in my inspector. And yes, you can see I cannot see current speed in my inspector. But the difference is, for this one, I can change them in my inspector. And for example, I'm going to change max speed to 30 and acceleration to 10. Okay. Now, yes, I can see them in debug mode, but I cannot change them. If you see here. And now, let's just make our object move. So in start, current speed is what? Okay, current speed is equal to start speed. Why my screen doing this? Okay, current speed is equal to that, and is moving is equal to false. And for update, I'm just going to say current speed is equal to start speed, no, acceleration, and multiply that by time.delta time. Okay, what is that? If we want to, for example, acceleration formula is acceleration is equal to the difference of the speed that we have, and if we divide that by the difference of the time that it takes for that speed to change, that's the acceleration formula. And we can use that easily to calculate our new current speed. But we need the difference of the time. And in each update, there is a difference between each frame that is currently created in Unity. So that time frame is time.delta time. Okay, now let's test it. Play it and I'm just going to use debug mode so you can see my current speed is constantly growing. But there is a problem. We need to stop at the max speed. So we say current speed is equal to mathf dot clamp and current speed and start speed and max speed. Okay, what mathf is? Mathf is a library of Unity for some math functions that they made it before. It's not so hard clamp, it's easy to write it for yourself. It just says you give me a value, a mean value and max value, and if your value is lower than mean value, I just return mean value, and if your value is more than your max value, I just return max value, and if it's between, I just return your value. Okay, now if I test that, if you see your, okay, now it should stop at 30. Yes, there we go. Okay, now we need to add this speed to our position, and position is exactly like a speed. We go transform dot position is equal to something. First we need to make a direction, vector 3 direction is equal to new, not new, vector 3 dot, for example, we are going to use upward for it because our arrow are upward, up. And now we have direction, so plus equal exactly like this. And if you see, this is exactly the same, but for your acceleration, you are going to use your current speed because position is changed by a speed, not by your acceleration. Your acceleration change your speed and your speed change your, yes. You can calculate your position based off your speed and first value that you had, but it's harder. So why we do that? So here current speed, and we need to multiply that by our direction, and it should work perfectly. And now let's test it. Okay, let's play it. And you see it moving, it start to move. Where is the head? And it's going upward. Okay, but the problem is if we just do that in every time, it just move for itself. We need to check if it's is moving. It's if it's moving, then do all of these things. Is moving is not equal return. Thank you for just making everything right. Okay. Now, if I want to just come here and say Remake dot collider, I'm just going to use it. Remake dot collider dot get component, and for example, let me teach you something. If you have the game object that you want the component in it, not in children of it, but it's exactly on that game object, you can use if breakit.collider try get component. So if there is no component in that object, nothing is going to allocate in your memory. So we are going here and go try get component, and we have head mover. And now I'm just going to call it out when you use try get component, you should get your variable in this section. So I go out var and call it head mover. You can say this var it can change to this, but I go out var head mover. Now I go head mover dot and I want to change this is moving value, but if I type it is moving value, I cannot use that. There is no is moving value here. Why? Because it is private. And if I want to change this, I need to change this private to something, or we can change void and set is moving. Okay, now we have void and we need to say specifically it is public is moving, and now this can be used by other script, and I want to get another is moving in this as a value. It is bool as well, and is moving is equal to is moving. But there is another problem. What is the problem? We are saying this variable is equal to this variable. We want to this variable to become equal to this. So we can just come here, because this is a class. You can say if some variable is for the class, like this one, we can use this dot is moving equal to is moving. Now I come here and say dot set is moving to true. So now if I play the game, and I hit the head of the arrow that we added this function to it, it should move. But what if I hit the body? It doesn't change anything. So we want to change that as well. So first, we know we get the body and head because before that we logged them, and now I can do something else. For example, I know if I get something, I can go rayHeat.collider dot transform if rayHeat.collider is not null. Oh, I checked that before. So I can say just transform parent and is equal to rayHeat.collider.transform.parent, and for fixing this it should be with big T. What? Oh, okay. Now what it actually do, it goes to the game object that we clicked and find the transform and find the parent of that and pass that parent transform here, and I can come here and say if parent is equal to null, for example, just return, and if not, I come here and say parent dot get component in children. Why in children? Because our arrow parent does not have head mover. Our head has that function, so I come here and say head mover, and I say var head mover is equal to this, and come here and say head mover dot and go change or set is moving to 3. And first we need to check if it is not null as well. If head mover is not null, do this. And for the parent, I can come here and add another thing. So for example, if our game object has another parent, another game object that we click has a parent as well, so it can come here. So I can check if our parent is arrow. How I can do that? With parent, for example, dot name is equal to arrow, but maybe we change the name. We can use something in Unity as tag or compare tag. And it basically checks some tags in Unity that you can set to some game object. For example, if I come here and come here, there's some tag that Unity have, and I can add my tag and call, for example, this arrows or arrow, and save it and come here and change this one to arrow and save it and say arrow. Okay, now we can test it and see if we have any problem here. It should be fine in my opinion. And let's go test it. X. Okay, we're just going to normal. And now I want to modify these prefabs and this. Okay, now if I test it, it happens in both of them, and I click the body.